Good morning. Oh, that lighting. You'll calm down. All right, there it goes. Good morning. We are jumping right into our Hot Mess Monday with Wendy, trying a few things. You know me, I'm always trying something new. I already started part of our project today. I am just putting a coat of white ash paint on this little tray here. It's going to be part of our live today. And anyway, let me introduce myself. My name is Wendy. I am the owner of Cottage 321 Boutique in Hudson, North Carolina. We sell everything women could want in one little store. It's not real little, but it's pretty little. We have fashion apparel, shoes, jewelry, gifty items for baby and wedding, and a few things for guys. And then I am a big avid DIYer, so I sell DIY stuff. I sell farmhouse paint, which I absolutely love. I'm using right now. And I also sell IOD items and Jamie Ray vintage items and a few other things kind of mixed in there too. And so I started doing Hot Mess Mondays just to start showing you guys all the products we have and just to have fun. And it also makes me do stuff. I get so busy with work and with even personal stuff that sometimes the creative side never gets done. So if I schedule a live, I have to do it. So I hope y'all are doing well. I'm going to pop over to Facebook and just make sure it's actually live there. Let's see if it's working. I'll have to mute my phone real quick. I think it might be. We're also live on YouTube if you guys like YouTube. I see it. Let's see if it's working. Is it froze up? Phone real quick if you guys like YouTube. I see it. Let's see if it's working. Okay, so let me turn the sound off. Hey, Leanne. Sorry, let me turn the sound off. Let's see if it's working. Okay, so let me turn the sound off. There it goes. I apologize for that. That's annoying. So I'm going to keep my phone handy. So if y'all have any questions or anything, and I also should be able to see it on my computer right here, even on YouTube, if there's any comments. If you are watching live right now, please pop on and say hello to me. My name's Wendy, and I would love to see. I see Tamara is watching. Hey, Tamara, how you doing? And anyway, just let me know where you're watching from. And are you watching from home, from work, wherever, and what state are you in? We're in North Carolina. What state are you in? But anyway, like I said, I've already started here. I am putting a fresh coat of farmhouse paint. It's white ash. We are going to be doing a project with this little tray here. I picked up this tray for probably $3 or $4 at one of my either Goodwill or Salvation Army, or I probably got this one at the Habitat store. It's one of my favorites. But anyway, we're going to let this dry. I'm going to set it aside, and I want to show you guys new product from, you're not going to believe it, from IOD. It's a brand new product. I've not seen this kind of product before. Let me make the screen back big. Let's see. Yeah. So they just released last week, I shared it on my Facebook page, Paint Inlays. And is that showing up right? I think it is. Sorry for the glare. Got a little bit of lighting going on. But these are not a transfer. It's not a decor transfer. It's not a like a tattoo or anything like that. It is actual real paint. And here's the other one. This is Rose Chintz. It's really pretty. And then this is Indigo Floral. And I'm going to read to you what it is. I'm going to pull it out and I'll show you. It comes with several sheets. It's got 8 sheets. Wow, it's a lot. So this is actually, and it's not decoupage either. And it's going to confuse a few people thinking that it's decoupage, but it's not. Let me read the back of it to you so you know what I'm talking about. Okay. All right, so this is a paint inlay, and this is new and patent pending and all that kind of stuff from IOD. Very, very big. They only have 2 of these right now. If it goes over really, really well, I expect next year There will be lots of them. So, okay. So IOD Paint Inlays are an artisanal answer to Decor Transfers. It's not a Decor Transfer, but it's, so it looks more like it's painted and not like it's like you just put on a little, and I love transfers, and IODs is the best, by the way. There's no halo. These won't have a halo to them. They're not a decal. They're not a synthetic film. They're not decoupage. When you apply an IOD paint inlay, the artisanal paint is embedded into the surface and the paper is then removed. And it's complicated. I've watched it. I haven't done this yet. So me and you are trying this out together. I have watched several videos. I watched the ladies and I watched a couple of other people that I follow. And I hope I can do it right. We're going to check this out together. All right. So when you apply the IOD paint inlay, the artisanal paint is embedded into the surface and the paper is then removed, leaving an authentic painted design and a buttery, almost leather-like surface on your piece. So there's a bunch of other stuff on here, and I'm going to try to follow directions, but as far as I know, look at the mess behind me. I apologize. It's a hot mess. As far as I know, what you do is you, gosh, why did the picture just go dark? I don't know why I did that. But anyway, as far as I know, look, it's like brightening back up. That's crazy. You put down a layer of paint and it has to be wet. And then you can cut your piece to size and you put it down on it. And you actually let that dry on it. So this, we're going to have to be using the hair dryer a little bit to see if we can get this to work. And then you take a damp rag and you kind of, or sponge, and you start wetting the paper. And what that does is it kind of releases the paint from the paper. And when you peel it up, it stays in the paint and it comes off. And as far as I know, we'll do this together. It's kind of active, like you have to seal. Gosh, look at the colors coming back up. How weird. This is my laptop, and that's why the quality looks terrible. But I set up 2 cameras so that you guys will be able to see what I'm doing down close and then also see me talking to you. But once you take it off, it has to be sealed, but you can play with it. Like you can reactivate that paint by wetting another sponge or wetting a little paintbrush. You can move that paint around, make it have kind of a smeared look and look old. And anyway, it's going to be pretty cool. You do have to seal it after you're done. You'll have to put either a wax or some kind of top coat on it to make it look right. But other than that, it's good to go. So this was a cute little tray I've had around here for a while. So I just put 1 coat. I'm going to let that dry. And I'm going to switch it now so you can see this other piece that I'm going to be working on real quick. Let's do it. I want it this way. Why is it doing that? I want it the opposite way, please. I'm playing, y'all. I'm sorry. It was working correctly a while ago. Let me remove me and add that. Oh, I bet you can't hear me. You add it back because then you can't hear me. Let's see here. Boom. All right. So this is the bottom. I want to have me just a little bit in there. There we go. All right. So here is your inlay. It's really, really cool, y'all. And you've got like 8 sheets. Got little tissue paper in between, and this is paint on top of this. It's so pretty. I can't wait to use this. So there's 8 of these. And they actually, you can connect them if you want to do like a big piece on a wall or something. These actually like match up. They have a pattern, kind of like wallpaper, and you can match them up. You can find where they're supposed to go. Yep. And anyway, and it's really thin paper. Oh, I'm so excited. So let's set this aside. I think we're going to use the blue one on the tray that I just painted. I'm letting it dry. We're going to put a coat of farmhouse paint on this one real quick. This was actually, somebody decoupaged this. Look, it was $1.99. I got it probably at the Salvation Army. I'm just going to wipe it down real quick. Let me get me a rag. And it's just a little bit tacky. And I'm not going to worry about pulling up this paper. I'm just going to paint right over top of it. We're going to do this whole tray in farmhouse paint. And it shouldn't take but a second to put it in. And then we'll set it aside and let it dry. And I also wanted to show you guys some of, the things that I did last week that I got finished up. Let you see that. Okay, so if you're new to farmhouse paint, it is awesome. It is it's a chalky paint, but one great quality about it is that it kind of has like a built-in sealer in it. So this is also a test to see if this is going to work. This is probably dumb of me to try this, but I want to see if it's going to work with farmhouse paint, because it says not to use these inlays, not to use anything with polymers in it. And I honestly don't know if there's polymers in this or not. I really don't know. So if it doesn't work out, then I'll know that it has it in it. But we're going to try it anyway. I think it'll still work. Everything else I've ever tried with farmhouse paint has worked. So anyway, farmhouse paint is a chalk style paint that you do not have to put a top coat unless you are going to want a top coat. You can still put one on it if you want to, but a lot of pieces of furniture, if it's not going to get a whole lot of abuse, I don't put a top coat on it. I sand it and I'm done. And that's a light polishing sand, and that makes it have that wax feel and look. The brush I'm using is called the Round. We also have another one called the Grip. I should be using that one on this. Oh, and I wore the wrong. Let me roll my sleeves up so it don't get in the paint. Some problem with baby doll sleeves. They want to flop around, so I'm going to just fold them up here real quick. I hope y'all are having an awesome Monday. Today's going a little bit better for me. A little bit better. Oh my gosh, it's a little bit better than yesterday. I said, oh my gosh, because my brush fell down all the way into the paint. Move some of this stuff out of the way. And what I'm doing right now, I'm just putting a coat of this paint on here. And we'll set it aside to dry for a few minutes, and we'll grab our other one here in just a second. And while both of these are drying, I am going to show y'all some things that I got finished up last week. It was also using farmhouse paint, and somebody's trying to call me. How dare they? I lost my train of thought. Trying to turn this around where y'all can still see it. I'll make this look a little bit better after the live. For sake of time, we're just going to try to rush through this real quick. Jamie, I'm live, baby. I can't answer your calls. My buddy, Jamie Reinhardt, just called me. I need to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. So anyway, I'm just getting in here, trying to get into these grooves and just get one coat on here real quick. Try not to have any drips. I see the paper is starting to buckle up, so I might have to strip that off. We will see. If it does, it does. Makes me think they didn't put any decoupage underneath it. Okay, we're going to set this one aside. We may only get to do one if that paper starts buckling up. All right, I'm going to set this behind me. Right back here to dry. Okay. Let me go back up big. Well, let's see if y'all can see. Sorry, I'm trying to get the paint off. Okay, y'all remember last week we did a pumpkin. Look how cute. Oh my gosh. So this was just I was trying to see if I have one back here. Give me a second. I'm gonna grab this other pumpkin tab to show you the before. Give me just a second here, guys. Okay, so this is the before. This is a Dollar Tree pumpkin. I have a bunch of these at my store because I'm constantly trying out things on these guys. It's just a little styrofoam pumpkin. It has a green little stupid thing on top of it, but I've pulled it off. But that's the before, and then this is the after. So I used farmhouse paint to paint the whole thing. And then I used, this is the IOD sunflower mold, and I absolutely love this. And I pretty much used almost, I think, all of these except for that one. And we have a IOD dry clay. What's it called? Yeah, I forget what it's called. Anyway, it's clay, and this is what the cast makes. And after it dries, if you put it on here, you glue it down with wood glue. It molds to whatever shape you want, and I let it dry, thoroughly dry, and then I came back and I painted it. And my colors I used, this is Lotus Yellow, and this is Jalapeno Green. And then I used a couple different other products on it. I used our Espada, no, I used the tea stain glaze all over the whole thing. But before I did that, I actually took some of my mahogany farmhouse paint stain, and I just got it down into the leaves and stuff to age it even a little bit more. And then I came back with my glaze and I did it all over. And I just think it turned out really good. The stem, I actually took this part of the mold, and I made two of them, and I just like intertwined them and then shaped it. I don't know if y'all can see that really good, but oh my gosh, I'm in love with it. I'm trying to get the stem where you can see it. But look at all that detail. So this is just a little styrofoam. It's really light. You have to be careful when you put the molds because they're heavier. You need to kind of make sure you balance it. If you put too much weight on one side, your pumpkin will fall over. But anyway, I just wanted to show you that. I thought it turned out really, really cute. I love it. And then let me show you the candlesticks. I finished both the candlesticks out. See if you can see those. You can't see them, so I'm going to do it on the big screen here. Nope. Dang it. I'll just show them to you like this. Can't get it all the way in there. There is the big one. There is the small one. And I thought they turned out really good. Try to get in there so y'all can see the detail. So on this, I used white ash and farmhouse paint, and I just painted it on, wiped off a little bit of it, and then I came back and I just sanded it, and that's all I did. I love the details of it. It's so cute. Show you the big one here up close. It turned out awesome. I just love the details of it. So it's a really pretty, let me go back to here. It's just really pretty. I love how it turned out. And it looks really cute with this pumpkin sitting on top of it. I thought that was really cute. All right, let's get back over to this section. Move those out of the way. I also got our canisters. I got the canisters kind of done. They're painted, but I didn't get the other on. So if we have leftover time, we may put the rest of the Decor Transfers on the other two canisters. The finish turned out really good. I'm happy with it. Okay, This one is almost dry. Let me take it down to here. I apologize. I'm trying to figure out. There we go. It's almost dry, but I need it to be dry. If I try to put another layer of paint on top of this and it's not quite dry, it will pull the underpaint off. Just a trick of the trade. So make sure you dry before you put your set. So it's going to get loud. I apologize. Got to turn on my hair dryer here for just a few minutes. Apologize. Super loud. I got it a little thick in the corner over here, so I don't know if that's going to dry. Just so I can spread it out. Just take it a couple seconds here. Okay, y'all let me know if you can't hear me. I think we're good. Yeah, I think it's on. I hope it's working. Let me do this real quick. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Blah, blah, blah. Can you hear me? I can't tell. Somebody please comment. Can you hear me? Or is it just totally blank? Somebody please comment. Okay, it's working. It is definitely working. That was loud. Okay, so we're going to put one more coat and we're going to put it kind of thick. We need it to be thick. We're probably, I don't know if we'll be able to get this finished online or on here or not, because it has to thoroughly, the paint has to dry and the inlay, once we put it on, has to dry as well. But we'll try. We'll have to do a little bit more of the hair dryer to try to get that to work. All right, so I'm kind of putting it on a little bit thick. I don't know if that's good or bad. We'll find out. This is my first time, guys. First time with the inlays. I'm kind of excited about it. I think it's going to look really cool. I think it says it gives like a leather look texture. So I think what it is like the paper leaves a impression on it. All right, I'm going to give it just a little bit more. And the other thing, I think it's sandable too before you, so if you want it to look kind of aged. You probably have to seal it before you would put a glaze on it, or get this goopy in the corners here. Okay, so that's still wet. We're going to do the blue. So you're going to do the paint side down. I first want to just see if it's going to fit. It looks like a whole piece won't quite do it. So I might have to piece some of it. We're just going to do it in the middle and go for it. I might can like age it out around the sides or something. So I'm just going to center it for the sake of centering it. Or do I want to go to one side? Let's go to all the way to one side. All right, here we go, y'all. Are y'all excited? I'm nervous. All right, so you kind of want to get it where you want to get it. I think I'm going to let it overhang just a little bit. Okay. Now I'll either like try to add a piece that will match that after the fact, All right, right now I'm just going to smooth it on. I'm going to use one of the IOD little plastic burnishers and just kind of rub it in. I'm not burnishing it. I'm just trying to flatten it out, get it down into that paint. I hope y'all are doing okay. Again, this is the new IOD Paint Inlay. This is the Floral Indigo. It's beautiful cobalt color. I totally want to try this out on some like plant pots, you know, like some terracotta pots, paint them white and try this out. I don't know if it'll work or not, but I think it would be absolutely gorgeous. So I'm trying to just get all the bubbles, make sure it's all laying down on it flat. And I'm going to read the back just to make sure. I'm going to read I call them instructions, just to make sure that I do this right. I'm going to grab the back here. Okay. Plan the layout using the grid. See, I should have planned out this part, but I was too, I just go quick and don't think about it, all the different things. All right, while the paint is still wet, lay the paint inlay sheet design side down. Grids are printed on the back for easy identification for front and back. So that'll help you line it up if you're trying to make it be straight. Okay, while the paint is still, okay, I did that. Into the wet paint, keeping it taut. All right, I think I missed a step. On an appropriately prepared surface, apply generous and even coat of mineral-based chalk paint. Work in small sections to manage and paint drying window as you work, generally not larger than. All right, so you want your paint wet. While paint is still wet, lay the paint inlay sheet design side down. Grids are printed on the back into the wet paint, keeping it taut. So I feel good about that. All right. Spritz lightly with an even mist of water using a smooth damp sponge or folded soft cloth. Pat down with even light pressure to make sure the design makes good contact with the painted surface. Avoid excessive moving or dragging of the paint inlay sheet once it is laid down, as it can cause blur or smearing. Repeat steps 3 through 5 to complete your design. All right, so this does not say to let it dry, to let both dry. All right, so I'm going to try to do just one corner and see if it comes up while it's still wet. One of the people that I watched do it, they let theirs completely dry, then they wet it and pulled it up. So I'm going to try this. All right, where's my spritzer? I'm going to try it on this little corner right here. I'm going to try it out and see if it works. We're just going to do the corner. So it says to spritz it. All right, that's a lot. I put too much. All right, so I'm going to just kind of block this paper out. Let's see if it works. Now, you're definitely going to get one good use out of it, but they have said that you can probably get a faded second look out of the same sheet and sometimes maybe a third. So I am just kind of like going to rub this until it goes clear looking. When it went wet, it went dark. Oh, I see it kind of smearing, so I may have got it too wet. Let me pull up this end and see what it looks like. Okay, I think the problem is, I'm going to let it dry. I saw it, but it was pulling up the paint. So I am going to dry it. Let's dry this corner real quick and see. It's going to get loud. It's got my curious now. I go live every Monday at 11 a.m. with our home decor items to give you some creative ways to use our products. All the products that I'm sharing with you today, Farmhouse Paint and IOD, is on our website and also in our store, Cottage 321 Boutique in Hudson, North Carolina. I was going to let this dry off to the side, but I'm just too impatient. I'm very excited. Okay. I think I might try this corner this time. Dry it a little bit more. All right, I'm just going to mist it a little bit. Put this in the center here. My mister just keeps spraying and spraying. So I'm just going to blot this. The paper, you know, I've seen some people like do where they just use an ink jet. It's kind of that idea, except your paper doesn't dissolve and go away. I'm just going to rub this a little bit, blotting it, working it a little bit more. Please work, please work. All right, let's see what we've got here. I'm going to pull up this one end and see if it's going to be working. Yes, it is working. Okay, it needs to dry just a little bit more. I don't know if y'all can see this right here is sticking to the paint on the thing, and this is the actual paper. I'm going to leave that alone. Let's let this dry just a little bit more. I'm afraid if I lay that back down, it's going to mess it up. So I'm going to let this sit for a few more minutes, and then we will try to pull it up. Let's grab our other one, and let's grab our other tray real quick here, and let's see. Yeah, this paper bubbled up. I'm not happy about that. Let me see if I can get it off. Let me see if I got a little razor in here. So y'all get to see the bad too, the good and the bad of the DIY. And sometimes your plan just doesn't work out. See where it's bubbling up. There was, somebody had decoupaged this image. I'm trying to. So I just wasted a bunch of paint on this. Let's see if I can just like peel it off. There's a bubble right there. See if I can cut through it. Yeah. There, it's just bare wood underneath. I think this is going to come off. No, it's not going to come off easy. I'm going to have to wet this to get it out. So we might have to try something else and not this tray. I was hoping this was going to work. I thought it was decoupaged down pretty good, but it didn't. It started bubbling. Have y'all ever tried to remove wallpaper and this would happen to you? You put one layer of paint on it and then it bubbles. Then you're trying to get away without extra work and you ended up making yourself wasted paint and you doubled your work because you didn't want to do the correct thing at the beginning. That's what's happening to me right here. So I'm just going to keep peeling this off. By the time we get this off, maybe the other one will be dry enough we can peel everything off. My spritzer is on the spritz. Just wetting down this paper real good. And then we'll throw a coat of paint on this once we get this paper off. I need a scraper. Let's see. We might have to just chuck this one and I finish it another day. What time is it? 11:35. All right, so this is the hot mess part of the show. This is the hot mess right here. Here it goes. Oh my gosh. Okay, almost got it. Seriously, do I need my 5-in-1 scraper? I'm looking for it. That's the best tool ever. It's a scraper and can opener. You name it, it does it. Or a razor blade. One of the two. I'm gonna grab over here. Oh, look what's right beside me. Oh my gosh. This is what I like to call a hot mess. Spray this a little bit more. The water helps it release a little bit. Come on, spray. Okay. Okay, this is like gonna have to be done offline, I'm pretty sure, because it's going to take too long. I will do that and show it to you when I get done. I am going to use the rose chintz on that one. And let me show you that one real quick. It's a really pretty, very antique-y looking rose. And it's beautiful. So when I get that done, I'll post a picture and let you guys see that. That tray is going to take a little bit more TLC than I was anticipating. All right, let's grab the other tray back. Let's see if it is drier. I'm going to run the hairdryer just a few more minutes. All right, I think we're good. Okay, so I am going to spray the whole thing. I'm going to wet it really good. Y'all can see it like kind of going darker. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to blot it with a rag or a sponge, whatever you got. You're trying to embed that paint down into the paint. I'm just blotting it. I'm not going to rub it. I don't know if you, I'm afraid if I rub it that it'll make the paint. It's actual paint on this paper. It's a real thin paper. And I'm afraid it will smear more than I want it to smear. I think this is the one I've already done. I'm not going to redo it. Okay, and you might hear some background noise. We are open. The store is open. Let me close this curtain real quick.
I wonder if he needs to pick up my couch.
Okay, so I apologize if you hear background noise. I'll try to talk over it. All right, so we are, I think, ready to start pulling up. Let's start with this corner right here and just start pulling it up and see. Oh, it is so pretty. Show y'all a little bit closer here. Oh, it's cute. It's cute. Some of the paint, some of the farmhouse paint came off a little bit. I think that's the paint that's very wet. Oh, it looks good, y'all. Okay. It looks so good. So you want to try, okay, I'm going to let this side dry a little bit more right there because it's pulling too much paint off. I probably needed this to dry just a little bit longer. So anyway, let me go over here real quick and okay. Let's dry it a little bit. Well, I don't want to dry it. Let's just go for it. I think some of the farmhouse paint is coming up. I think I probably need to let this sit longer, or it's not meant for this kind of thing. Oh, it looks good. Oh, look at that. It looks so pretty. And I honestly don't care if it's not perfect. I kind of like it when it's not perfect. Look at that. Oh my goodness. My arm in the way. So pretty. Looks great. I will definitely, you see there's still paint here. So I'm going to set this to the side very gently. Try to go easy. See right there, it's starting to pull up.
Yeah, I know. I agree. That's why I don't.
That paint wasn't dry right there. So that's why that's doing that. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. All right. Let me set this over here to dry. And I want it to be flat so it doesn't get messed up. I can probably get another really cool kind of vintage, a little bit lighter look on that one. I laid it to the side over there. All right, so it messed up a little bit, but I think it's because I didn't let it sit long enough. So I'm going to have to play with this a little bit more, but here's what we got so far. This is where it started pulling up. Started pulling up right there, but I think it's because that paint wasn't dry. And so when I pulled it up, it pulled the paint up with it. I'm okay with that. I think I will probably do some more distressing and maybe just touch that up with some more white ash. And then we can piece another piece right here as well and try to add a second piece on. I'll have to put paint right there to get that to do that. Or I may just, I'll tell you what, I'm going to paint around the perimeter of it. I'll do some kind of design with it and try to get it fixed. But I think that'll be cool. But anyway, I love it. It looks good. I'll let y'all know the results to make sure once this is dry to see if it is actually going to work with farmhouse paint. I may have to use something like DIY paint or anti-slone or something like that. That is an actual real chalk paint that requires a top coat. But so far, I love that. I think that looks really good. And again, you can get a second use. Let me get big here. Isn't that beautiful? It looks so good. I know it's kind of chippy, but I'll fix that and make it look right. Trust me. Let's go like this. So anyway, let me turn this way. Which way do I go? This way? I think that's about, oh, sorry. Like this. So anyway, let me turn this way. Sorry, I hit the wrong button on my phone. I appreciate y'all joining me today. I apologize for the hot mess on the other one. We got just a few more minutes, so I think I might show you those other two crocks, and we can put on those decor stamps. It doesn't take very long at all to do that. Let me throw this in the trash real quick. And I want to get this away from the sink so my inlays don't get messed up. I love this stuff. I am totally going to try this on a terracotta pot, and I think it'd be so pretty. Or maybe make it look like it's a terracotta pot that's been painted and then put this on it. I think it'll be gorgeous. Set this on here. Again, here's the wet one here. I'm just going to lay it to the side and let it dry. And we're supposed to get 1 to 2 more uses out of that. So that'll be great. All right. So I'm going to set her away. I think these are the things we were using last week. And this is the crop that we did. Is that the one? I'll have to look. This is the crock that we did. We used cornstarch and mixed our farmhouse paint to get this texture. And then we put this on here. So let me make this go big. There we go. And then we got some awesome texture. Let me get it up here so y'all can see. And I really like that a lot. So I'll set this one back here. Here's the little one. And I haven't put the hardware back on it, but this is the one. I think we'll go ahead and put one on here. I sanded this, and then I put a second coat of white ash on it. Leave that right there. And this is part of the Decor Transfer. This is the Decor. And I'm trying to get it up here so y'all can see it. I love this one. This one's brand new. It just came out a couple weeks ago. I'm going to look through here and see if there was a different. Which one did I cut off of? Pretty sure it was. Oh, you know what? It wasn't. It was the Crocs. It wasn't this one. It is this one, which I think has been discontinued, I do believe. Let's open this up. These are the ones I have left over. I want to find one that I think is going to be on here. This is called Classic Pots. Pretty sure it's been discontinued, but let me find one that I think will fit on it pretty nicely, size-wise. That one's a little big. Let's see. That one might work. And I have been known to cut part of it off and only use part of it. That one's too big, right? Yep. That one's a little big. All right, I'm going to cut this one out. So the cool thing about IOD's transfers is they got these grid lines. If you need to line up something, you want to keep that paper behind it that keeps it from sticking to surfaces. Let's see here. Let me move all this out of the way. Try to find the side that I think will be the best to put it on. All right, so I think I'm going to put it right there. We're going to use that handy dandy burnisher. Put it right here to the side. And put it on there. And you just start burnishing away. You will be able to see it kind of pop off of the paper once it's burnished on there. So this right here is the Decor Transfer. So the inlay is, it kind of looks like this, but it is not a transfer. So this is actually like almost like a, I don't know, it's synthetic, I think, and it sticks to the surface. It does look like paint. And if you ever get a cheap decor transfer from another company, they have halos. IODs, I cannot see the halo on them. They sand very nicely and they do very well. Since this is a little bit rougher texture, I'm having to do it just a little bit harder to make sure it gets all down into the nooks and crannies of this. All right, so I'm going to start lifting on this side. If for some reason, like right there, there's still a little piece still clinging to the paper, you just lay it back down and burnish it. Boom, it's back down. So if you lift and there's still stuff on there, lay it back down and burnish it some more. You'll feel it. You'll actually see it. The paper will kind of go translucent once it's down. Boom. All right. And then I'm just going to smooth it out. I'll take this back on here and kind of rub it on there. Make sure there's no bubbles in it. I'm actually going to take my little sanding sponge and I'm going to sand this just a little bit to make it look even more old and distressed. Now I'm going to take my little damp rag, wipe it down. Boom. That look good? That's cute. Okay, so I have the hardware behind me. Let's clean up the hardware real quick and put it on here and see what it looks like. So I took all this hardware off because it was just crusty and old and dirty. And so I could also get down in the grooves. These grooves right here were really dirty and had cake and dirt in it. Not dirt, but you know, sugar or whatever was held in it before. So now I'm able to clean this really good and was able to clean the pot. Even this little piece right here. Get all up in there, get it real good and clean. All right, I think we're in business. So, so that's the front. This is where I have to look at the other one to make sure. Here's the original one. And we'll see how that hardware is on there to make sure I put it on right. So it looks like this part goes, I'll turn it around. I want it on this side. This part goes down here, like that. This little piece pulls that together, like that. Still a little bit of dirt on there. Okay, and then this goes up, so it goes on there like that. And these go into those little grooves. There's a finagle it a little bit. Oh, you know what? I should take that off. No, I can't. Maybe it'll hold it together like that. All right, about that side in. Now, finagle this side. This is the fun part. All right, got it. And then boom. Ta-da! Whoops. The camera's backwards. All right, so I already know that I have this wrong. So I'm just gonna slide it. Try to slide it around. A little bit more. Boom, we got it. We got it, yay! Okay, so there is 1 and 2. Let's do the third one real quick. We got a couple minutes. So this is the big one. Let's see, which side do I like the best? Let's do it right here. I'm gonna put something here to keep it from rolling and something here. Let's look at our designs again. This one's long, so trying to figure out which one I want to use. What if we use that? All right, let me check this out. Just on the back of here real quick. All right, I think I want to use the Josephine. I'm still trying to decide which one to use. Let's do this one. From Zick. Okay. I don't know if you can still find this or not, but it's the same idea with all the IOD transfers. You do the same exact concept. They're no longer in these tubes. They now come in pads, but you get the idea. All right, so this is where I'm going to put it. I want to do it about right there. Once you put it down, it's got to stay down. And let's just start burnishing. We should be done in just a couple minutes, guys. Appreciate y'all watching today, whether you're watching it live or if you watch the replay. Thank you so much. If you really want to help me out, if you are on YouTube, if you would give me a thumbs up, post me a comment, let me know what you think. What other things would you like to see? And also, if you could subscribe, it would be even better. It would help grow my channel. And then if you're watching from Facebook, if you could share as well to your own personal page, it helps other people to find our content and find our store. It helps us stay in business, believe it or not. And also, I would love it if you left me a comment, good or bad, doesn't matter. And if you have any questions, you can comment it or you can send them directly to me and I will try to answer them for you. Let me know what other content you would like to see. Next week, I might be going live from my house. There's a piece of furniture that I am wanting to finish that's for my bedroom. So we may be going live from my home. All right, let's see here. Almost done. Again, if you see it still sticking to the paper, you just lay it back down and burnish it just a little bit more. This is a continuation from last week. We painted these pots last week with cornstarch and white ash paint. We mixed the two together so it would have a texture to it. And then we're finishing it up today. Let's see. Alright, it's on there. Get this piece and just rub it a little bit more. I'll sand it. Make it even rougher looking. Wipe it down and boom. What y'all think? That's pretty cool, right? Having the hardest time getting it in the image. There you go. I love that. It looks cool. All right, I will post a picture of this whole little set here together after the live. There's the small one. There's the big one. I'll add the hardware to the big one. And isn't that cute? Anyway, so that's it today. Let me take me up back big. Not that one, but this one maybe? No, that one? No.